Travel Prep Guide for China. Everything you need to know planning a trip to China. The Middle Kingdom offers a rich blend of ancient history, breathtaking landscapes, modern cities, and delicious food. However, preparing for such a vast and diverse country requires careful planning and research. In this guide, we'll cover everything you need to know for a successful trip to China, from visas to cultural tips, from transportation to the must-see destinations. Whether you're traveling for business, pleasure, or both, this guide will help you make the most of your trip. 1. Research and planning. Why preparation matters. China is one of the largest countries in the world, both in size and population. With over 1.4 billion people, the country spans a wide variety of landscapes, from the icy mountains of Tibet to the tropical beaches of Hainan. Different regions have distinct cultures, cuisines, and dialects. Therefore, doing your homework before you go will enhance your experience. Here are some key aspects to consider when planning your trip: travel documentation, visas, and passport. Visa requirements. Most travelers to China will need a visa. The most common type is the tourist visa L visa, which is valid for 30 days. To apply, you'll need to provide your passport, valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned stay, a recent passport photo, flight booking confirmation, hotel reservation or proof of accommodations, a visa application form, types of visas. In addition to the standard tourist visa, there are several other types of visas depending on the purpose of your visit, such as business visas, student visas, or transit visas. Make sure you select the right one for your travel needs. Visa processing time. Depending on your nationality and the Chinese consulate you apply through, it can take anywhere from 4 to 10 business days to process your visa. Vaccinations and health precautions. Recommended vaccines. While not required for most travelers, it's a good idea to be up to date on routine vaccines like hepatitis A and B, typhoid, and tetanus. If you're planning to visit rural areas, you might want to consider vaccinations for rabies or Japanese encephalitis. Health and safety. China's healthcare system is modern in cities, but can be less reliable in rural areas. It's wise to purchase travel insurance with medical coverage. Carry any necessary medications and a small first aid kit, as some medicines available in your home country may not be easily found in China. Money matters. Currency. The official currency of China is the renminbi RMB, often referred to as the yuan. You can exchange currency at banks, airports, or in major cities. Credit cards and cash. Credit cards are widely accepted in larger cities, but smaller towns and rural areas may require cash. Many Chinese people use mobile payment apps like Alipay and WeChat Pay, which foreigners can use if they have a Chinese bank account, or use international versions of these apps with your credit card linked. Patents. Major cities and tourist areas have ATMs that accept international cards, Visa, MasterCard, etc. But it's a good idea to notify your bank of your travel plans beforehand to avoid any issues with card usage. Language and communication. Mandarin Chinese. Mandarin is the official language, but regional dialects like Cantonese, Shanghainese, and others are also spoken. While major tourist areas often have English-speaking staff, learning a few basic phrases in Mandarin can be very helpful and appreciated. Key phrases to know: hello, ni hao, thank you, xie xie, yes, shuda, no, bu shu, how much, du shao qian. Translation apps. Apps like Google Translate, Playco, or Baidu Translate can bridge the communication gap, especially when trying to read signs or menus. 2. Packing for China. Essentials to bring. Knowing what to pack is crucial when traveling to China. The country's diverse climate means that what you pack will vary depending on the region and the time of year. Clothing. Weather considerations. China's weather can vary greatly. For instance, Beijing experiences harsh winters with temperatures dropping below freezing, while cities like Shanghai or Hong Kong enjoy milder winters. Summer can be very hot and humid, especially in southern regions. Winter. Bring a heavy jacket if visiting northern China during the colder months. Summer. Light clothing for the southern regions, but always pack a sweater for air-conditioned buildings. Rain gear. In the rainy season June to August, bring an umbrella and waterproof shoes. Dress code. While China is becoming more modern, some conservative areas may appreciate modest dress. It's also a good idea to dress neatly when visiting temples or government buildings. Electronics and adapters. Voltage. China uses 220 volts with a frequency of 50 Hz. The plug type is typically the Type O or Type 1 to flat pins or 3 flat pins. Bring a travel adapter if your devices don't match these plug types. Power bank. Chinese power outlets can sometimes be tricky to find in public spaces. A portable charger or power bank will help keep your devices charged during long sightseeing trips. Miscellaneous items. Toiletries. Toilet paper is often not provided in public restrooms, so carry some tissues or wet wipes with you. Hand sanitizer is also useful. Travel guidebook or map. While most major cities have good signage, it's useful to have a map or a travel guide to navigate less touristy areas or when there's a language barrier. 3. Getting around China. Transportation tips. Air travel. Domestic flights. China has an extensive network of domestic flights, and air travel is often the fastest way to travel long distances within the country. Flight booking. It's common to book flights through websites like trip.com or Ctrip, which also offer English language services. Trains. High-speed rail. China's high-speed rail network is one of the largest and most efficient in the world, connecting major cities such as Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Xi'an. Book tickets online through official apps or at the train station. Regular trains. For long-distance travel, regular trains slower than high-speed offer cheaper fares. However, they can be less comfortable and harder to navigate without knowledge of Chinese. Public transportation. Subways. Major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou have extensive subway systems. Tickets are cheap, and signs are available in both Chinese and English. Taxis and ride-sharing. Taxis are readily available, but be prepared to communicate your destination in Chinese. Apps like Didi China's equivalent of Uber are extremely popular for getting around in cities, but you'll need a Chinese phone number to use it. Buses. Buses are a convenient and affordable option, though they may be harder to navigate without knowing Chinese. Try to have your destination written in Chinese characters. 4. Must-see destinations in China. China is a land of incredible landmarks and vibrant cities. Here are some key destinations to consider. Beijing. Visit the Great Wall of China, Forbidden City, Summer Palace, and Tiananmen Square. Shanghai. Explore the Bund, Yuyuan Gardens, and experience modern China's skyline from the observation deck of the Jinmao Tower. Xi'an. Home to the famous terracotta warriors, as well as ancient city walls and the Big Wild Goose Pagoda. Chengdu. If you love pandas, Chengdu is the place to be. Visit the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding, Guilin and Yangshu, for stunning karst mountain landscapes and river cruises. 5. Cultural tips. Understanding Chinese etiquette. When visiting China, it's important to be mindful of local customs and traditions. Respect elders. Chinese culture places a high value on respecting elders. Always address older people with appropriate titles and show deference. Tipping. Tipping is not common in China, though it may be appreciated in high-end hotels or restaurants in tourist areas. Table manners. If you're invited to a meal, wait for your host to start eating. Don't stick your chopsticks upright into a bowl of rice, as it resembles incense at a funeral. Bargaining. In markets, haggling is common and expected. Don't be afraid to negotiate prices, but do so with a friendly attitude. Enjoying your trip to China. Traveling to China is a rewarding experience that offers a wealth of history, culture, and adventure. By planning ahead, packing appropriately, and embracing local customs, you'll ensure that your trip is enjoyable and memorable. Whether you're exploring ancient temples, wandering through vibrant markets, or enjoying local cuisine, China has something for every traveler. Don't forget to keep your itinerary flexible. China's vastness and diversity mean that there's always more to discover around every corner. So, get ready for an unforgettable journey through one of the world's most fascinating countries. If you found this travel prep guide useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. Safe travels!